what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are tackling this pantry and I cannot wait to show you the inside of it because it is unbelievably horrible. So, lots of organizing motivation for you. We're gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff today, hopefully, and it is going to look completely transformed by the time we are finished with it. So I'm so excited to bring you guys along for every step. Let's get started. All right, let's start by taking a look at this pantry. This is almost embarrassing to share with you guys because of how cluttered it was, but it just hadn't been gone through and cleaned out in a long time. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm so excited for you to see the end results. I was so happy with how it turned out. So if you're watching along today and you're organizing your pantry, I will try to talk through most of everything so that you can keep cleaning. And if you are just watching today looking for motivation, I hope that you find everything that you're looking for today. Please be sure to comment down below, chat it up with me in the comment section, and let's get to know each other better as I get this mess taken care of. Also, we have some new organization methods that I will be using today, so stay tuned for that. I will be sharing all of those tips and tricks later. Here we go. So this begins the very, very long process of taking everything out of the pantry. And you know what? You can do this row by row, take everything off one row, clean it, put it back on. But I have realized that it's so much easier when you're organizing a space to just take everything out, clean that space, and then put it back in. It just makes it a lot easier instead of working section by section. I don't feel like we have enough stuff. So this sprinkles container was over halfway full, and my father dropped it in the pantry, and so there are sprinkles literally everywhere in the pantry. My mom has already vacuumed and swept up most of them, but there's still quite a few in there. So by this time of the clean out, I had taken up pretty much all of the kitchen counter space, so I've moved into the dining room and I'm starting to just place things here because I have nowhere else to put them. So now everything has been pulled out and there is a sprinkles massacre that has taken place. Oh my word. Look at this. That's all from one container of sprinkles falling only one time, and they are literally everywhere and in a bunch of stuff like this basket. Oh my word. We could literally have enough sprinkles to put on a giant cake right now. I'm just sweeping those sprinkles that were kind of in the walkway. I'm sweeping those out of the way so that I can come in here and start wiping these shelves down. And what I'm using today to clean these shelves is just a wet rag and some multi-purpose cleaner from Target. I've talked about this in the last couple videos, but this is the Up and Up brand from Target, and it's just in the ocean scent. It smells really light and very clean, fresh smelling. Alright, so if you take a look at the all of the shelves, they look kind of yuck looking. They have, scratches on them. They're just worn out because it's been a lot of years since we have painted them and the paint's starting to wear off. So I was thinking about repainting them, but then took a look at the other side and they are practically new on the other side. So what I'm gonna do is this bar right here, I'm gonna try to remove it so that I can flip all of these over really quickly because I can't get to these ones without taking this bar off. So let's see if this will work. Alright, flipped all of these shelves and they look a world better. I was not able to flip this side of them because we only painted the edges on this one side, so if I'd have flipped them, the edges would have been raw and it didn't look very good. So these ones weren't as bad, so I just went ahead and left them. But the shelves look like they've had a little fresh coat of paint. That was perfect. Now that the shelves are done, I'm just going to sweep the floor as best as I possibly can, try not to miss any sprinkles, and then I'm going to mop with some hot water and some Lysol concentrate, get this floor in here all spruced up and making it smell it better in here, and then we are going to start putting things back in and trying to organize. Well, we have officially reached the point in this organization that you do not want to do anything else. Like literally, we've pulled everything out, cleaned this space, and now it's just like, oh my word, so much to put back. So bear with us because we're gonna get a couple more things to use to organize. We're gonna get a couple more bins to put in here and hopefully make it all look a little bit better. So I'm gonna put a few things back right now, and then I'm gonna get some bins from the store and try to put some more stuff back. So this may take a little bit longer than expected, but we're gonna get it how we want it. So here we go. I knew for sure that these big drink dispensers were going to go back up on the top shelf, and I really didn't have any way to organize these. So right now I'm just kind of doing things that I know are going to be put back into the pantry, like the drink dispensers, like the baking stuff and the cans. And then once I get like the stuff that I know for sure is going back in, then I will start going through and organizing things together, refilling and putting in new containers, our sugar and flour and rice, because we got some new containers from at home, and we are going to be placing those items in there because our old canisters were just getting a little bit old, and we got some new ones, so we thought we might as well go ahead, switch it all over and make it look a little bit nicer. One thing that we have found that's really nice is having a large container for all of our chips and pretzels, things like that, to all be in one spot and kind of out of the way. All right, here are the containers that I was talking about that we got from at home, and as you can tell, they're really, really dusty. Of course, I'm going to wash the insides and outsides of them before I fill them up, but there was some like little sticky glue from holding the papers in place that I could just not get off. So I grabbed my blow dryer and heated that glue up, and it came right off. So here is our old sugar and flour containers. As you can tell, they're just getting a little bit dated, so we are going to refill them today in our new containers. And I wanted to make sure that there was zero moisture in these new containers from washing them. So I grabbed my blow dryer again. I was trying to get all of the moisture out before refilling them. This has to be like one of the most satisfying things ever in any type of organizational video, is when you have a container and you start to refill it. To me, it's just so satisfying to watch. And we didn't have enough flour to refill this one, so it's just going to be about a third of the way full. This is our old rice container, and as you can tell, it has a red top, so we're kind of getting rid of that type of stuff. So I just took the old flour container, since it didn't have a red lid, and I thought that would be perfect to use for the rice. In this flatter organizer, I'm going to put all of our spices and seasoning packets that we have, put them in here, so that way it's kind of out of the way and we can stack stuff on this container, or we can place it on something if we need more space in the pantry. So I'm starting to bring in some of the larger appliances. These are things I know that I for sure can't put into any type of basket or organizer. Just trying to fill the pantry back up with things like this before I bring everything else back in. There will come a point in your organizing, and if you do this often, you will know it, but if you're kind of new to organizing, let me just tell you that you will hit a spot where you feel like everything is in a complete disaster and you do not want to keep going. But that's totally normal to feel like that. I know I definitely was feeling like that in this specific clean. I was like, I'm so over this. Everything's out. It's a mess. The kitchen is in disarray. But just keep going because you're eventually going to get there, and just know that it's completely fine to feel this way. Here on the top shelf, I am placing some of our breakfast foods together. And then on the back of this shelf, kind of in the corner, we are putting a Lazy Susan so that way it's easy to get to these items. But these are just extra items that we have on hand. We already have these open somewhere else in the kitchen, but these are just our extras. So as I was cleaning, my mom came in to show me something on her phone. And as you can tell by my face, I am so excited. During this cleaning, I had hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And if you guys know me, you know that it has taken me a long time to get here, over a year. And my family put together a little party to help me celebrate that day. And I thought that was literally the sweetest thing ever that they did that.
All right, Courtney's coming in. She hit 500 subscribers today. So we're gonna celebrate a little bit with this. A little bit of cake and some decorations, some flowers.
Oh my word! How cute! Oh my word! That is so cute!
Look at the cake.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry.
Don't cry, that's really
That is so cute! Oh, thank you guys so much. That is so sweet of you. My family is literally the best. I was so thankful that they threw me a little party. I just thought that was so kind of them. And of course, the way to my heart is cake. So that was definitely a win. And plus 500 subscribers. I'm so happy to be here. Of course, I wanted to hit this faster, but hey, it's life and I'm definitely growing and I'm happy for the journey that I'm on right now. It's taught me a lot and I'm continuing to learn, and I love making YouTube videos for you guys and connecting with you on here. So as you can see right here, I'm cleaning out these little white baskets. I had ran to Walmart this night to grab these baskets because we didn't really have any type of way to organize all of these items. As you can see, this was in a blue bin and I'm moving it over to this white bin because those baskets were just a little bit too small. So these baskets that I got from Walmart came in a set of 4. They were $9, I believe, for a set of 4, and it came with a large tall one, a large shorter one, and then 2 small ones, a taller one and a shorter one as well. So I'm just grouping items together, placing them in the bins. You will see me start to put something in a bin and then maybe I'll come back and switch it out for a different bin, kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to take out these meal items and place all of our sweets into one bin because we didn't have as many of these like pre-packaged dinner items. I will try to link these Walmart bins below, but I do believe that they will be easy to find if they're anything like my Walmart because they were right at the front when I went into my Walmart. Now, when we've got these baskets all put away, I will be showing all of the vinyl that we put on them to help organize them, categorize them, and just make our pantry look so cool with them all being labeled. So stick around and I will share that process with you as well. Alright, so now it is the next morning. I had to go to bed or I was about to fall asleep on this video, but I'm starting with the door here today, and this is the last thing that I want to kind of clean up, organize a little bit before I get to labeling stuff. So I'm starting with the top shelf, and we had a million type of mix-in, like drink mix-ins that you can buy from like Walmart. So I'm going to be placing all of those together in this little container. I'm also going to refill this container that we hold all of our tea. And then in this container, we are placing more drink mix-ins from Walmart, except these mix-ins are the energy drinks. And if you didn't know this, but the little packs that you can buy at Walmart, they have them in energy types. So it's not only just like a yummy fruity drink, but it also has energy in it, and they work, let me tell you that. I'm moving through this door pretty fast for this video because it's a lot of just taking things off of the shelf and wiping them down because they get really bad. With the seasonings, I guess, when you place one back, sometimes there'll be seasonings in and around them and they will fall to the shelf below. So the tops of all of the seasonings, as you can see right here, were really, really dirty looking. So I'm just wiping them off, wiping down the shelf that they're on, and moving to the next shelf. So moving pretty quickly. Now that the pantry is all put back together and cleaned up, we are working on getting some vinyl cut out with my mom's silhouette machine to label each of these containers, and these ones over here as well, so that we can tell what each of them are. And then if one of the kids are looking, or my dad, if they're looking for something, the labels will help them out with that, and it'll just make everything look more aesthetically pleasing. So that's what we're working on now. So we got all of the words cut out that we wanted, and here I am just doing what they call weeding, and that is pulling all of the little spots out that I do not want to be transferred over to the items that I'll be placing these letters and words on. So I had never done anything like this before. My mom is the master when it comes to anything vinyl and silhouette and crafty like this, but she helped me out and showed me how to do it, and it's seriously like the easiest thing ever. And it is so satisfying to put these labels on and peel back that transfer paper, and I just love the look of labeling things. I guess it's kind of like my OCD in me a little bit, but it's just so satisfying to me. You know, you can watch a million pantry organizing videos on YouTube, which I'm sure you have. If you are here on this video, I'm sure that means you've watched other ones. But it can sometimes be hard because you see other people's pantries and how perfect they look, and everything is, you know, color coordinated, everything is aesthetically pleasing, you know, everything is perfect. And honestly, our pantry is not like that at all, because there's 5 people who live here and kids, and we just want to live our lives and not let things like that bother us. You know, if it's not perfect, if everything is, you know, a little bit different, that's perfectly fine. It's real life, and you just totally have to roll with it. And so if you're in that spot with me today where you may not have the perfect pantry, if that's perfectly fine, but do your best with what you got and be happy and be proud of it. The last thing I'm doing here is putting some chip clips right here on the edge, so they are easy to get to. And now let's take a look at the before of this pantry. Let's skip back a few minutes in time and remind ourselves of how terrible this pantry was to begin with. And then let's take a gander at how it looks now. And let me tell you, it feels like a brand new pantry. It is so much better. Everything looks better, feels better. I love the way that things are looking now, and I love the bins. That is like my favorite part of our pantry now, are these bins. And I think mostly because they have, you know, the vinyl on them, they're all labeled, but I think that I love them the most because they're taller and you necessarily can't see into them as easy when you just open the door of the pantry. So that's going to hide a lot of unorganization, right guys? So that's my favorite part, I believe, of this pantry video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're cleaning along today, good luck on your organizing, and if you're just watching for motivation, well, I hope you found it. If you guys did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, take a pause from your organizing real quick, and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye guys.